Good evening, my name is Widya Kristanti. I would like to presentation our material today. It's about translation shift. Before I start the presentation, let me introduce my group's member names. The first is Nikade Arya Senini, the second is Nimade Chandraditya, the third is Nimade Krisnadina Dewi Saraswati, and the last one is me, Widya Kristanti. I am as a first presenter here, and then now we will move to the material about translation shift. It means that departures from formal correspondence in the process of going from the source language to the target language. Two major types of shifts occur: level shift and category shift. The first one is level shift. By a shift of level, we mean that a source language item at the one linguistic level has a target language translation equivalent at a different level. The second is category shift. Category shift are departures from the formal correspondence in translation. We refer to unbounded rank and rank-bound translation, the first being approximately normal or free translation in which source language and target language equivalents are set up at whatever rank is appropriate. And then now the next material will be presented by my friends. Thank you.
Good evening, Miss. My name is Nikade Aresmini. I am the second presenter in this group. Okay, for the next, I will explain about level shift. Example of level shift. Example of level shift are sometimes encountered in the translation of the verbal aspects between English simple and continuous. For example, in the source language is I am working hard, and in the translation language is saya sedang bekerja keras. It is found that the grammatical item to be plus ing in the source language is translated into sedang in the target language. So the level shift in the translation is indicated by grammar in the source language, which is translated into lexis in the target language. And then for the next is category shift. Structure shift. These are amongst the most frequent category shift adult ranks in translation. They occur in phonological and graphological translation as well as in total translation. In grammar, structure shift can occur at adult ranks. For example, in the source language is I was myself. For the words I is subject, and for the was is verb, and myself is object. But in translation language is saya mandi. Saya for subject and mandi for predicate. And then another examples will make this point clearer that structure shift occur at all ranks. For example, in the source language is green lamp. The word green is adjective and the lamp is noun. But in translation language is lampu hijau. Lampu for noun and hijau for adjective. And then structure shift can be found at other ranks, for example at group ranks. For example, in source language is the book is on the table. The words the is modifier and book is hat. But in translation language is buku itu ada di atas meja. The word buku is hat and the word itu is modifier.
The category shift, number one is structure shift, and number two, class shift. The class shift, we define a class as the grouping of members of a given unit which is defined by operation in the structure of the units next above. Class shift then occurs when the translation acquire level of a SL item is a members of a different class from the original item. Because of the logical dependence of class on structures or of the unit at the rank above, it is clear that structure shift usually entail a class shift. True, this may be demonstrable only at a secondary degree or tertiary. class shift occurs when there is a shift in the word class, which may be due to the prevalence of expression in the target language, or because of the idiomatic meaning of the course language. For example, number one, SL, mechanic engineering, or adjective. For the TL, technique machine, it's a noun. And the number two, SL, for the pursuit of happiness is noun. TL, untuk mengejar kebahagiaan, that's a verb. Number three, SL for good, that's adjective. TL, untuk selamanya, that's a adverb.
Good evening, Miss. My name is Nimade Raditya. I'm the last presenter of this group. I will continue to explain about category shift. The first is unit shift. Unit shift is a change of rank. Rank refers to the hierarchical linguistic unit of morpheme, word, phrase, clauses, and sentences. For the example is, in English, I don't know, and the translation in Indonesian is entahlah. From the grammatical side, the example actually at the same level. The short language is a complete sentence, and while the target language is a minor sentence. So there is a down rank shift in the ranking of the translation. And the last is intra-system shift. Intra-system shift, the shift occurs internally. Moreover, in each language, the system is one of the two terms. They are singular form and plural form. For the example is, in the short language in English, Balinese people go to the exhibition. And the translation in Indonesian is, orang Bali menonton pertunjukan itu. There is corresponding plural form of a people through a repetition of the word orang or orang-orang in Indonesia. But the Indonesian language system shows it in singular form, which is orang. So that's all our presentation today. Thank you and have a nice day.